Hi guys, it's Wednesday and it's time for That's Life with Julie. That's me, moi. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, here's the thing. About a year ago, right around this time, I was on my way to Orlando, Florida, and I was speaking before the MOPS, Mothers of Preschool, conference, international convention. 4,500, 5,000 women in leadership from all across the world meet, and they are marvelous. They are fantastic. They are a hoot. You can just go out there and really just say about anything and they laugh. But when you say something actually that's funny, it is one of the best responses anywhere that I speak. So I always look forward to that. So last year, my the directive had been about speaking about the words that we speak into people's lives and how important that is. Whether it's your role as a mother, whether, you know, as a friend, just a person in general, and how powerful our words are. So I shared with those moms some stories about things that I'd spoken to the kids that later in life, and really it's usually later in life when it has to do with our spawnlings, because they have to kind of come to some of these aha realizations. So later in life they said, Mom, you know, I always remembered when you said, and you know, it changed my life and you're amazing. You know, I get that all the time with my kids. So anyway, but it was the nonverbal thing in my life that I have spoken, so to speak, with the children that I've really enjoyed and that has really stuck with them. So I taught these wonderful moms of preschoolers, okay, they're dealing with toddlers and preschoolers. I taught them the war cry. And I want to teach you the war cry. It is this powerful, guttural, I am woman type thing that I want to teach it to you, and then I want you to go out and I want you to spread the good news everywhere, you know, at ball fields, basketball games, football stadiums. I really enjoy enclosed places, especially metal buildings, because it reverberates and ricochets all off that metal, and it's really quite obnoxious and delightful. So here goes. This is what I taught them. I've done this since the kids were just little bitty. Kristen's going to be 23 soon. Started this when she was real little. Actually, truth be told, I did this in high school, at Brunswick High School. And when Keatsville, because they were like our nemesis, and you know, you didn't date anybody from Keatsville, and you didn't act like you liked anybody from Keatsville. Although my Aunt Joni and Uncle Gene lived in Keatsville, so that was difficult. But I loved them anyway. So anyway, I used to do it in high school. And when it was time for a free throw, you know how everyone's supposed to be very quiet and respectful. Well, I was kind of that obnoxious student that didn't do that, so I would make this sound, and then I carry this over to my children, and it goes a little bit like this. You can just like go up all sorts of octaves. I should have warned you about that, shouldn't I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In my other video that I actually didn't use, I kind of warned you to go over to the volume and click that. But that is the war cry. So that's what I want to leave you today. You know, it's midweek, you're kind of like, you're losing your energy. What if you went back to work? Maybe you're listening to this with your little earbuds and I just blew your eardrums out. I'm so sorry for that, but I'm not responsible medically for any of those situations. I think it's written in small print down here somewhere. But what if you went back to your workplace and you did that? Let me tell you this. Okay, so amazing. I got to meet a 3-star general not too many months ago at Quantico Marine Base. And I'm trying to work with families there and really wanting to encourage mothers. But anyway, a 3-star general. And like, I'm not afraid of anyone. I mean, very few people intimidate me. You know what I mean? Like famous people. And I've brushed shoulders with a few. They didn't know who I was, but I certainly recognized them. But there really wasn't a sense of like, oh, wow, you're famous. But the thought of meeting this 3-star general, I mean, I was just as nervous as could be. So I met him, and he was wonderful, and he asked me lots of questions and, you know, really discussed with me how we might be able to work with Marine families and help families with stress and anger and all those things. And as we were getting ready to leave, they call him Boomer. Don't you love that? I did not call him Boomer. Trust me. I actually didn't speak a whole lot. I was like, oh, starstruck. But as we were leaving, we get in the hall and he said, hey, I watched that video of yours, and he was referring to this MOPS convention from last year. He says, you mind doing that sound here for me? So I'm like in the Marine base at Quantico, and I was like, are you kidding me? Of course I'll do it. And I just let her rip. Oh! And I can hold that. I can sustain that note for a long time. I really can. Anyway, it was super duper. You just never know when things like that are going to happen. When you run into a 3-star general and you get to make that noise. So that's what I wanted to share with you about life today. Take that, do with it what you will. Send me an email or post a video on my wall if you want to on Facebook, or make a comment at YouTube and let me know how you have shared the good news of that war cry with those around you. Now, until Thursday, take care, and that's life.